What if the most important celebrity wedding of this generation hasn't even happened yet? Because somehow, before there's even a ring, the world already talks about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce like they're building a cultural moment bigger than music, bigger than sports, maybe even bigger than fame itself. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce may be heading toward the first celebrity wedding in years that doesn't feel manufactured. Not because they're perfect. Because people believe them. And in modern celebrity culture, that changes everything. Most celebrity weddings feel exclusive. Distant. Carefully controlled. But somehow, Taylor and Travis feel different. Like the entire world has been invited into the story long before the wedding even exists. There are celebrity couples people watch. And then there are celebrity couples people emotionally invest in. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce became the second kind almost immediately. Not just because she's one of the biggest artists alive. Not just because he's one of football's biggest personalities. But because together, they represent something rare. Balance. Two people at the absolute top of their industries who somehow made the relationship feel normal. Human. Surprisingly grounded. And that's why conversations about their future wedding already feel massive. Because this wouldn't just be a celebrity event. It would feel like the final chapter of a story millions of people already think they're part of. But the reason this potential wedding feels so different actually starts long before romance. It starts with exhaustion. Chapter 1, Why Their Story Feels Different. Before Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's relationships were often viewed through headlines. Speculation. Pressure. Constant interpretation. Every appearance became analysis. Every lyric became investigation. And over time, you could feel something changing in her public image. She became more private. More careful. Less interested in proving love to the world. Then Travis entered the picture. And strangely, everything slowed down. Not because the attention disappeared. Because the energy changed. Travis didn't approach Taylor like a mystery to decode. He approached her like a person. Simple. Direct. Comfortable. He joked about trying to give her a friendship bracelet. He talked openly. Naturally. No performance. And that mattered more than people realized. Because for the first time in years, Taylor looked like someone who didn't need to protect every emotion. Fans noticed it immediately. The football world noticed too. Suddenly, NFL broadcasts were discussing Taylor Swift. Music fans were learning football terminology. Two completely different audiences started sharing the same emotional storyline. And that's when people began imagining something bigger. Not dating. Not headlines. Legacy. But the turning point that changed everything wasn't actually romantic. It was public. Chapter 2, When Two Worlds Became One. Celebrity relationships usually stay inside one ecosystem. Actors date actors. Musicians date musicians. But Taylor and Travis accidentally created something much larger. A crossover moment. And suddenly, everybody was watching. The NFL gained new audiences. Taylor's appearances became global trending moments. But what made it powerful wasn't marketing. It was visibility. People saw Travis proudly supporting Taylor. Not threatened by her success. Not competing with it. Supporting it. And people saw Taylor entering a completely unfamiliar world and embracing it instead of controlling it. That combination created something emotionally compelling. Mutual admiration. That's rare at this level of fame. Especially publicly. And slowly, the conversation shifted. People stopped asking, are they dating? They started asking, what would their future actually look like? That's when wedding conversations exploded online. Not because anything had been confirmed. Because emotionally, people were already there. But the real reason this potential wedding feels historic has almost nothing to do with celebrity status. It has to do with timing. Chapter 3, Why the World is Already Treating It Like a Royal Wedding. There was a time when celebrity culture felt untouchable. Perfect images. Perfect interviews. Perfect distance. But audiences changed. People started craving authenticity instead of perfection. And somehow, Taylor and Travis arrived at exactly the right moment. They feel aspirational, but still emotionally accessible. That's incredibly rare. One is known for writing deeply personal music about vulnerability. The other built a reputation around confidence, humor, and loyalty. Together, they create contrast. And contrast creates fascination. That's why people already talk about their possible wedding like it would be a global event. Not because of decorations. Not because of luxury. Because symbolically, it would represent something larger. A modern fairy tale that survived modern celebrity culture. And if it happens, the scale could be enormous. Music royalty. Sports royalty. Hollywood. Global media. But beneath all the imagined glamour is something quieter. People don't just want to see the wedding. They want confirmation that this kind of love can actually survive fame. That's the emotional core of the obsession. But there's one final reason this story resonates so deeply. And it's the part most people miss. Chapter 4, The Real Reason This Wedding Could Become Historic. The truth is, people aren't emotionally attached to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce because they seem perfect. They're attached because they seem emotionally safe with each other. And in today's world, that stands out. There's no constant chaos surrounding them. No endless public conflict. No feeling that the relationship is built for attention alone. Instead, people see something calmer. Steadier. Almost old-fashioned. And ironically, that may be what makes their future wedding feel larger than life. Because in an era of temporary celebrity relationships, this one feels intentional. Earned. Slowly built in public without looking completely consumed by public opinion. That's why if Taylor and Travis ever do get married, people won't just watch for the spectacle. They'll watch because emotionally, they've been following the journey already. The wedding would simply become the moment the story turns permanent. And maybe that's why the world is already waiting for it. Not for the headlines. For the feeling. So now the question becomes, if Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce eventually get married, do you think it will become the biggest celebrity wedding of this generation? Yes or no? Comment below. And if you enjoy calm, emotional celebrity storytelling focused on love, growth, and legacy, subscribe to Celeb Growth for more stories like this.